Yeah, we've got a few gluttons for punishment too. Hello, mate. How you doing? You came back again?
Absolutely.
Is this your third one?
It is, yeah, indeed, yeah. How can I leave it alone? You know, give me a ring, I'll come down and have it.
So you're putting a skin on for us, are you?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing. Work is ploughing on everywhere except the garden. There's no supplies, and it's at a standstill. Turns out, being a landscaper is no walk in the park.
What's going on, mate?
Well, materials. I haven't got any materials. I've got men standing around waiting for stuff. I've got all these paths to build. I've got edging, I've got circles. I'm getting a bit stressed out now, aren't I?
You stay on top of it, mate. Keep your eye on him, will you?
Certainly will.
Check his blood pressure.
Just about the only thing that's keeping my blood pressure down is the knowledge that the designer's designer, super designer Nina Campbell, is on board to help us turn this empty shell
Pleased to see you.
into a stunning new centre. This will be her second big build. Lady Nina, you came back.
I came back. I couldn't resist. How
Did
could
one
anybody
before.
resist? Yeah.
Well, yes, but I was looking up the things you're doing. You did something for a Saudi family in London.
Yeah, in London, yes.
You're doing a big thing in China.
I've done that.
A big hotel overlooking Cheltenham Racecourse.
Cheltenham Racecourse, yeah.
And now Little Miracles.
Little Miracles Centre, which is equally as exciting.
What's your overarching theme here, given the diversity of people that are going to use it?
Well, I think what we want to do is make it feel like it's inside outside, so they're coming to like a little park of their own. And so I wanted to do the corridor all the way down in grass, so that the floor is grass, so they immediately feel that they're coming to fun, to play.
And that inside-outside theme will run throughout the building. The main hall will be twice the size of the room they're currently in, with separate zones for different ages and activities. Sliding doors will lead through to the kitchen, where Little Miracles can not only feed the kids, but teach them about cooking and nutrition too. The sensory room will give them the space to develop, stimulate and calm up to 10 kids at a time, whilst the counselling room will be a sanctuary of peace and tranquility. And then there's an office, a utility room, boys and girls toilets, and a disabled access wet room. Last but not least, we're going to put in a separate teenage room, which the older kids can make their own. So, not exactly a small project then. Is the timescale a problem for you, or it's going to be a bit mayhem, as you know from the last one?
Exactly. Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yes, well,
and you've never failed yet, so we're not going to let you down.
We've never built completely from the ground upwards before. There has to be a first time, but truth is, I am genuinely worried, and I'm not the only one.
When you've got this many people on site, what you've got is materials just getting munched up. It's just like materials are vanishing. We need more. We can't get them in quick enough.
And we're relying on the intellect of all involved.
Just gonna have to clip it across, aren't we?
Yeah, okay.
All right?
Brilliant.
Mate, are you all right?
You all right, Ray? I'll be all right on Thursday.
What are you doing on Thursday?
Well, it's nearly done.
No wonder Billy's worried. He's got to wire a place 3 times the size of a standard big build. And as for the 2.5-acre garden, well, Julian's getting a tad overwhelmed.
All this topsoil's got to be stripped.
Yes.
That's what we're struggling with, where to put it.
Billy's having a little nervous breakdown over there. You're having a bit of a nervous breakdown here. Mark's having a bit of a nervous breakdown about materials.
Do you realise it's all your fault? Because you've took this on.
Yeah, I know.
You've said you could do it.
Yeah, I know, but
Mark told you not to.
Yeah, but he did.
And you insisted to do it.
But because I thought it was important that we did it. It is important. So grab your phone and we'll tell you how you can help children in need shortly. Billy and I have come to Little Miracles' current home to find out what daily life is like.
Hello, everybody.
Founder Michelle struggles to keep up with demand. It's not a very big room, is it?
No, it's a little on the small side. So during the school holidays, we have to see up to about 300 kids a day.
300 a day?
Yep, we have to cycle them through in small groups because we simply don't fit.
Are there any other places they can go?
There isn't very much support out there when you've got a disabled child.
Amazingly, Michelle's coffee morning has become home to over 2,500 children and teenagers, like 13-year-old leukemia sufferer Hannah, who can't wait to get into the new centre.
I'm looking forward to being able to just sit maybe in a quiet place and read a book or something and go somewhere while the others are off playing without disturbing me and stuff.
So a teenage area, aren't you?
Yeah, a teenage area.
Only a year ago, complications during Hannah's leukemia treatment left her almost totally paralysed. It was a fight just to survive. Now she's up and around, it's Mum Helen who's fighting for her.
We've got no guarantees how much of the paralysis we can reverse for her. So I want her to have a life, no matter... Sorry. Okay, I'll start that again. I want her to be able to have a life, even if she doesn't get out of a wheelchair, and I hope that she does. But I don't want it to be conditional on that. So providing an environment where kids can enjoy life right now without us expecting them to achieve something first, I think is literally life-changing.
Thank you very much, everybody. Nice to see you all. Cheers.
That's amazing.
Well, what amazes me is that for the families that use that, that's respite. That would drive me mad, but that's actually a rest for the parents. Children in Need helps hundreds of charities just like Little Miracles all over the UK, and they too need your help. If you text DIY SOS to 70705 now, that will donate £5, and then we can help other people like Michelle help families like this. Text messages will cost £5, plus your standard network charge, and £5 will go to Children in Need. For full terms and conditions, visit bbc.co.uk/Budsy. Back on site, we're more determined than ever to get this thing done. But the last thing we need is rain, especially if you're trying to lay bricks in a flood.
Mark, we're going to struggle working in this, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll put some tarpaulin over it or something. Just tack it on so we can work underneath. Got to get it done.
But the thing is, if we tack that on, it's still going to run off the Monoflex roof. And it's going to run down the face of it.
I thought we'd got the fire brigade outside. Can't they pump it out?
They can pump it out.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
There you go.
This weather is killing us at the moment, absolutely killing us.
We can have a look.
Would you?
And see what we can do.
Like superheroes in stripy trousers, they've come to the rescue. But to pull this job off, we need an army of superheroes. Today alone, we need to finish measuring up, digging out and levelling off the football pitch. We've got to get bricks around the base of the building. We've got to do interior walls. We've got to do plastering. We've got to prep the pathways, put in the first fix of electrics, get the thermal flooring down, drill things, hit things with hammers. There's everything going on. Every bricky, sparky landscaper and roofer is here to give something back. And one chippy has shown more grit than most. Damien, is it? Hello, Damien, how are you? You're a carpenter in here as well,
yeah.
But you're only just recently back to work yourself, is that right?
Well, I've not started back. I'm doing bits and pieces. I was diagnosed with leukemia a year ago.
Where are you in that at the moment?
I'm still having chemo. It's every 3 months, but I'm on chemo tablets every day.
Should you be at work at the moment?
They said I can slowly bring myself into it.
Well, this isn't a way to do it. This is not slowly bringing yourself back into it. And you, take it easy. Yes? All right. That's the sort of dedication we're going to need if we're ever going to get this thing done. Morning, day 3, and we're behind already. Inside, Billy has got loads to do.
Hold it there, Peter.
If he's going to fit the whole place with lighting and electrics, and Chris has got to get his walls ready to plaster.
353 other people. It's not just going to be empty.
Outside, there's the tree house, the cairn and the sensory garden to start, and the 180 square metre football pitch to level in preparation for a special safety surface. And deliveries are becoming a real headache.
Look at it! There's traffic everywhere. We've just had 20 tonne of stone in there for the kid. Hold on, mate. Hold on there, 1 sec. 40 tonne of type 1 or whatever it is on there. Do you know what? I can't even count anymore.
To be fair, he couldn't count in the first place. Every day, the massive garden gets more overwhelming and mistakes are starting to be made. So 1-5. The ramp to the treehouse is pointing in the wrong direction. But the stepping in ends up over here, which means you're building the treehouse in that tree. We need it to be over here. That's why this should be round this way, so that we're going through there.
Well, we'll have to empty him.
See, if we can just... what I'd like to do is
mate,
kick it out this way and move it over that way.
Can you just stop talking and start emptying, please?
All I was saying...
No, then.
You have to admit...
Shush! That's enough. Yeah.
See, I like to think we're just like a real family, and rowing is part of being a real family, really, isn't it? But right now the cracks are starting to show. Even Billy is struggling with the scale of it.
We're doing the lighting and all the drivers are so big that we're all going to come back into a spot here. We've got over that one. We've got over the lighting situation outside, and we've only got 8 more problems that need solving before the evening.
And these problems are raising their ugly heads in every department, despite everyone really going for it. I mean, plastering. So, what do you think?
You'll never get board to bend around that. So we're going to have to slice the back of the 9mm board and then plaster it as opposed
I've seen you do that. Nice to do something curvy and different for a change, isn't it? You get bored, don't you, doing square walls as a plasterer?
That'll be fine. That'll be fine.
Is that all right? Can we go down the road with it? Yeah, okay, thank you. Then we get the next one in. We've got another 5 zillion tons of daisies or something being delivered. I haven't a clue what Julian's doing right now.
You remember that Julian was complaining that he didn't have enough materials. Now he's drowning in a sea of materials. And he's starting to lose the plot. He's got nowhere to put it all.
Stress levels on a scale of 1 to 10 is probably about a 9.5. Logistics of the site, there's no room to put anything, like, you know. This area is the sensory area, so we've got to start work on this area. So that we lose the material space, you know, and oh, I don't know. I'm even started with a ramp over there and triage.
This isn't pretend telly stress, this is grab me by the throat stress. Maybe a little pick-me-up is just what the doctor ordered.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Little Miracles regulars Luke and Mum Helen have brought cake.
Oh, that's so good, Luke.
I've got something for you as well.
Okay.
I got you a Pudsey hat. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at you. Yes!
Woohoo!
How much time do you envisage spending here?
2 or 3 times a week.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Is
Yeah.
that important to you?
Absolutely, very important. I mean, unfortunately, some of the traits of Down syndrome is that they do runners. They're exploring.
Right.
So Luke has escaped from our house a few times. We've got lots of locks everywhere. Here, secure. That's exactly what we need. Cheese. Cheese to you too.
You know, this time I think even cake can't help us. It's starting to dawn on us that we had such great plans and we're just not going to get everything in. That's 22.5. What did you say? 2.25?
20.25.
So that's 22.5. So I'll take 2. You see, the stone baskets might be in the right place, but there's so much to go into this area alone. Finding room for the ramp to the treehouse is a mathematical nightmare. Right, at a 15 to 1, that's where the bottom of the slope has to come to, and we have to graduate up to there from there.
Well, we was hoping to do it 20 to 1, wasn't we? If you do it 15 to 1, it's on its maximum. And then it could potentially got to be hand-railed and guarded. 20 to 1, it doesn't.
Thanks. The scale of this build has started to wipe the floor with all of us. I'm not joking. I've had enough.
The road is long.
It's proving a very, very long road. And right now, it feels like we're heading in different directions.
That leads us to
who knows where? Who knows where?
I've hit the wall. There's a lot to do. There is. Look at it.
But I'm strong.